I hope everyone's having an awesome week. So
it's only Monday.
Yeah, I know. So I wanted to give some shout outs because there are some awesome leaders who not only are like hitting Success Club numbers, but also volume. There's been a lot of volume just growing on the team. So Carly has 2 Success Club points. Shout out to Carly. And look at all this volume. Vanessa has 343 volume just from this week. That's like awesome. Crystal is 270. Elizabeth has 250 volume. Lynn has 180. Jennifer has 180. And Carly has 150. So that's huge, you guys. I know that like there's a lot of focus on Success Club, and we want to hit all these Success Club numbers, and like that's such a focus, and that's important. Success Club is definitely huge, but it's not everything. It's not the only thing. Like if you have volume over here, that means that you're making an income, and that is huge. So I also just wanted to tell you guys that I'm going to be doing Success Club incentives for those of you who are trying to hit goals. I know that sometimes it can get discouraging, like, oh, I'm not hitting my goals. What am I going to do? And so we're going to do a Success Club incentive this month. So everybody who hits Success Club 5 or higher, I'm going to send you a pop socket for your phone. I don't know if you guys know what a pop socket is, but it's like a lifesaver for the one-handed phone user. I would show you, but I can't find my phone anywhere. It's been missing for like 3 hours. I don't know. So with that being said, oh, there's Noah. Precious baby. Okay, I'm going to try not to be just like staring at him this whole time. So I'm going to pull up my notes because I want to make sure I don't forget anything. Also Clean Week. Does anybody have any questions about Clean Week that you want to, ask, or do you want to talk about it? Or are you guys feeling pretty like confident? If no one unmutes themselves, I'll just assume that you're good. And you can also type in the chat box. But Clean Week, I had planned on hosting Clean Week on the 30th because I am partnering with a local coach. Her name is Ashley Brockington. Some of you might have seen her in Dynasty United. She's been on the team call a couple of times. And she's awesome. She's a 10-star, super motivated, super hard worker. And we are going to be collaborating and doing like a local Clean Week, either once a month or once a quarter. It's looking like it's going to be once a quarter because she hasn't gotten back to me. She has 5 kids and is super busy. But that's definitely something that I'm going to be implementing in my business. Clean Week is going to be huge. So I want to make sure that you guys are set up for success with Clean Week as well, because I think it could be really huge for all of our businesses. You guys can see my slides, right? Okay, cool. All right, so tonight, now that announcements are done, tonight we're going to be talking about something that I think is super important. Because it's so easy in this business to get caught up in the comparison game. Like you can, everybody's constantly doing something that's new and different. There are constantly new product launches. For example, Clean Week. Clean Week is, Megan, the basics of Clean Week are, I posted a live video in the team page that you can check out. But basically, Clean Week is a 7-day program where you get the 7 days of workouts, you get 7 days of Shakeology, and you get a very, very specific meal plan with Clean Week. So it's $30. So that's kind of a way to transition people into a challenge pack, because the way that the Clean Week workouts work is Megan, the trainer, like talks about the different programs that the moves came from. Like there's a move from 21 Day Fix, and she talks about 21 Day Fix. Like it's basically educating them on a challenge pack in the Clean Week. So super, super helpful marketing tool, especially for new coaches who, it's like, scary to tell somebody that they have to spend $160 to be in your challenge group. This is a really great way to transition them. So yeah, no problem. So anyways, comparisons, right? It's easy to get stuck in the comparison game. Right now, for example, we have Clean Week that's launching. We have Double Time, which is the new Tony Horton workout that's done with 2 people. That's launching. There are constantly like new things to talk about. There are, updates to Shakeology. There are constantly like, there's this pressure to hit Success Club. There's this pressure to, hit a certain volume each week. There are constantly new goals to reach. Oh my gosh, my Success Club or my Success Partner hit Success Club and I haven't yet. I need to start getting my new coach training together. I need to do a new coach opportunity webinar. I need to learn how to make all these awesome YouTube videos. I need to figure out what apps I should be using for graphics. I need to figure out all of these things. And, I need to figure out all of this crazy stuff. And it gets really stressful. I mean, I don't know if I'm striking a chord with any of you, but when I first started this business, I was so overwhelmed that I crippled myself with all of the extras. I was like trying to make new coach binders for coaches who hadn't even signed up yet, like doing all of this stuff. And I was neglecting the vitals. I was neglecting the very, very basic business activities. And I was successful at the beginning, but I really do believe that I was so focused on trying to recreate everything I saw around me that I convinced myself that I would never be as successful as those people because, she had that amazing idea first. She made that tracker first. And I really do believe that I cheated myself out of an amazing season of growth that could have happened way earlier in my business if I would have just focused on the basics, just focused on the daily things and not neglected them. So I want to talk to you about a few daily habits that you can implement that will lead to some momentum and some success. Something that I'm learning more and more over the last few months is that I'm super results oriented. And so, for example, right now, I'm at Success Club 2. And what's the date? Let's see. It's the 16th. And I'm at Success Club 2. I'm usually at like 12 to 14 by this time in the month. I'm not getting the results right now. And so I'm not super motivated. But what I know is that if I follow the steps that are laid out, that I will get those results. I can trust that. And so I don't know if you guys are results oriented, but if you are, just trust that, following these steps that I'm going to give you will be so, so helpful. And if you can take notes, then that's awesome. But I will also post the slides in the team page when we're done. So, number 1, scheduling out your months. And I mean that both like tangibly, like, okay, these are the things that I'm going to do this month, as well as for marketing purposes. So one of the best things that I ever did, and something that I've actually been out of the habit of for a while, but I'm like 2 months into doing this strategically again, was planning out what I was going to market and when. So this is huge, you guys. It's so easy to get confusing on our social media. Like, think about it. We have free groups that we're marketing for. We have the coaching opportunity. We have the premium challenge group. We have right now Clean Week. We have, the coach sneak peek. We have the coach webinar, and it can be too much for people. Like if you're posting, okay, I'm doing my free group, and then the next day you're talking about your challenge group, the next day you're talking about your coaching opportunity webinar, it gets confusing, it gets muddled. And so there's a personal development book that I recommend, especially for newer coaches, but it's honestly perfect for anyone who hasn't read it. It's called Jab, Jab, Right Hook. And so the idea is, like, think about a fist fight. Not that I've ever been in a fist fight. I don't know if y'all have ever been in a fist fight. I kind of hope you have, because that would just be really, really awesome. But okay, but I'm just going to pretend like I know what I'm talking about here. So you don't throw like full force, like bam, swings at your opponent in a fist fight, right? Like, you try to just jab them a little bit, knock them off their balance, so that when you really go in for that right hook, you can knock some dang teeth out. You know what I mean? So the idea with the book is that as you share, there are little jabs throughout the week, and then, so each of your posts have like a tinge of the opportunity that you're marketing for. And then every so often you have your right hook that's going to really catch their attention, move them to action, right? So think about it this way. If you go strategically through your month, deciding exactly what you're marketing that week, you can plan out some jabs, like some examples of jabs here in the slides, like, oh, look at my cute baby. I love that I get to snuggle with him while I work from my phone. It's such a blessing that I can work anywhere. That's a jab. Or like maybe today in my challenge group, we were talking about the importance of viewing your journey as a blessing rather than a burden. So thankful for my challengers. Hey, Lynn. Another jab might be like, oh, check out this picture of us. We're walking to the park. I can't wait for my mini challenge coming up next week. We're going to challenge ourselves to walk our kids to the park every day. Got to get ready. Those are jabs, right? You're just mentioning what you're doing. Like, and the cool thing about jabs is that you can intertwine whatever you're marketing for that week in any post. Like every single post that you write can be a little tiny sneak peek into what you're doing. And then every so often you have your right hook, right? Your actual like join my challenge group posts, the transformation posts where you're talking about like really getting vulnerable and emotional about your story. You have the posts where you're obviously inviting others to join you. You have a call to action at the end of the post. Those are your coaching opportunity posts. Like last night, I posted about my income. And I had a bunch of people request access to my sneak peek because I had a call to action at the end. I said, hey, just click on the link if you want to add yourself to my sneak peek and learn more. So how could I use Sandy for these jabs? Anyway, I mean, Sandy's kind of like your fur baby, right? So, you know, I got to walk my dog to the park today while I got some work done on my phone. I love that I can work from my phone. You know what I mean? Little ways, just be creative. Think about the ways that this, you know, opportunity has blessed you just in the little moments. Like for me right now, I'm leading this team call, right? So I could post about, you know, oh man, like I'm in my favorite spot in the world, in my bedroom, my nice cozy bedroom, and, you know, talking to some of my most favorite people. I love that, you know, that I can work from anywhere. Just that, I don't know why I'm like hung up on working from anywhere, but that's kind of what I mean. Does that make sense? So, and by the way, Megan asked in the chat box, I forgot to tell you guys, Megan asked in the chat box, so how could I use Sandy, who's her dog, for these jabs? So I was answering that question. So anyways, the right hooks are when you're really being very obvious about inviting. These can be, you know, before and after pictures, challenge or spotlights. I would really encourage you guys to use each other's transformation posts and say, you know, like use the image that they created. You can use mine, whatever. And shout out another coach for their success. You know, like maybe like Lynn and Jane, you guys are success partners. You could shout each other out. You could shout each other's challengers out. Megan, you could shout Danielle out. You can, you know, shout your challengers out. And it's such a huge blessing to your challengers when you honor them like that. I always ask their permission first, because, you know, some people are really embarrassed and like, oh my gosh, like I don't want anybody to know that I had 45 pounds to lose at one time in my life. You know what I mean? But most people are really honored that you would, you know, single them out and show that they are working so hard. And, you know, coaching opportunity posts, sharing your income, all of those things are right hooks. And don't forget, they should always include a call to action. So the first success habit was scheduling out your month for marketing purposes. Hey, Elizabeth. So, you know, don't be confusing about what you're marketing for. Choose, you know, this is what I'm doing this week. So I didn't show you guys, but I have this calendar, and every single week is mapped out. I actually posted a picture of this in the team page. So like this on the 16th, I have written down free group, sneak peek, market coaching. So this week I'm marketing for the coaching opportunity. Oh, no. I marketed for the coaching opportunity last week. I had to switch my weeks around. So this week, I'm talking about clean week. I'm running my free group. I'm running my sneak peek. So in my free group and my sneak peek, I'm, messaging all of those people so that they'll see my posts, and I'm marketing for clean week. That might change if we decide to do clean week a different week. But I'm, strategically planning what I'm posting about. The second tip was, or the second success habit was the jab, right hook. Let me see. Actually, that was just the whole first one. Now we're going on to the second one. So the second one is using your tracker religiously. So to sum up the first one, sorry, I skipped something. To sum up the first one, the first daily success habit is adding little tinges of what you're doing to every single post, and then every 2 to 3 days, posting a powerful right hook to draw your audience in. So that way they're never confused. They always, know what you're talking about, and don't forget to add a call to action. Okay, second success habit is following a tracker. So guys, these trackers, I know that there are so many of them, and I know that it can be like really frustrating because, there are so many, but these trackers are not to bind you. They're designed to help you to succeed. They're like literally foolproof. And it's a really good way to walk you step by step through your workday. And the reason that there are so many different ones is not to confuse you. It's to show you that there's not one magic tracker that's going to work to fix all your problems. But when you find that one that you jive with, stick with it and obsessively check off those boxes, and you'll start to see momentum in your business. So I wanted to go through this post in the Coach Basics. This is one of the first modules. This is one of the first lessons, so lesson 5. And I just want to walk you through some of the business activity trackers that I've provided in here. So the first one is the legit Beachbody business activity tracker. And this one is awesome, you guys. It's super, super basic, like brand new coaches can find just awesome momentum with this tracker. So it helps you to check off your Shakeology in your workout. It helps you to check off your personal development. And then, just literally day by day, you have 1, 2, 3, check, I'm done. 3 new people to your social media networks. So that means 3 new friends, 3 posts to social media, 3 conversations with new contacts, 3 people to your next challenge group, follow up with 3 people. Talk to 3 people about the coaching opportunity, and recognize the success of 3 people. And then literally you can just go day by day. And the really cool part about this tracker is that it gives you a space to visualize your goals. So if you're, going through your week and just saying, oh, well, man, I got to hit Success Club. That's not something visual. Like something that you can write in this box is, my goal is to invite, 30 people and, help 1 person to sign up with a challenge pack. Like that can be your goal for that week. Or maybe your goal for that week is I want to, sign up 2 new coaches. And like you can start visualizing how you're going to do that. So I really like this tracker. The next one is the Dynasty United Power Tracker or Power Hour Tracker. This one's really, really good because again, it's day by day, helps you to check off your goals, helps you to, do your personal development. And then this one adds the element of like actually showing you what to post. So sharing your journey, adding value. So health and fitness, personal development, 2 times a week, lifestyle, like that's pretty helpful, to know. And then this one, add 3 people to your network, start conversations, build relationships, invite, respond. Follow up, post in your group. So this one helps you to pay attention and encourage your challengers. Check the Coach Online office, check the team pages and engage. And this actually is a huge one for our team. And then this one also adds like listen to the National Wake Up Call, share your transformation, write down your goals, visualize, fill out your checklists, you know. There's something in the chat box. You write about the personal development book. So you can use what you learn in your personal development as inspiration for what to post. Like you don't need to say like, I was doing my personal development book and I read this quote and it was so inspiring. Like you can talk about the ways that your personal development is changing you. You can share like one of the most important things about my job is to grow as a person and I'm reading this book and you know it's changing my life, or you can just talk about it and share how it's changing your life and what is changing your life. So this tracker is, this tracker is really, there we go. This tracker is really good. This is a weekly tracker that I created. Or I'm sorry, no, this one's a daily tracker. So, whoops. Okay, so I like this one a lot because it's just box by box by box by box by box by box. You can just check off like groups of things. So it's super important to expand your network. So we'll talk about that later. You know, responding to comments on your social media. This is a tracker that you can use when you start getting more comfortable with the vitals and inviting 3 people. Like when those things just start to become part of your day, that's a really good time to move on to this tracker because it, you know, gets a little bit more in detail of what you should be doing on your social media. Like this one, respond to every single comment on your posts, soliciting a reply. The more engagement you get going on your posts, the more people are going to see your posts. So, you know, it talks about going live. It talks about, you know, doing it all again if you have time that day. Following up, recognizing, and then the business essentials. And then this one even gives you a place to list your new friends for the day, to list your Success Club numbers for the day. So this one sets you up for Success Club 10. And I really like being able to see in front of me, like, these are the people that I've helped this month. And, you know, it really helps me to stay organized just in my brain. And then finally, this tracker is a weekly tracker. Some people get really overwhelmed with daily trackers because it's like, oh my gosh, I got behind and now I haven't invited in the last 2 days, and oh my gosh, I have to invite all these people, and that's really stressful for a lot of people. So this one gives you, this one gives you a spot. Oh my gosh, I don't know what's happening, you guys. What do I do? Okay, there we go. So this one gives you a place to check off all of your meals. And this isn't actually the tracker. I fixed that. So, but just like pretend like this 21 healthy meals is up here. So it helps you to mark off your, you know, food. 21 invites for the week, 7 Shakos for the week, 7 lifestyle posts for the week. This one, I think that this is a really balanced tracker, especially for, you know, somebody who's learning how to share and engage on social media. So this one is weekly, again, so that you don't get overwhelmed. Like if you get 3 days behind, you can see like, oh my gosh, well, I've gotten all of these invites done. So now I just need to do a couple of extra invites today. Okay, how do I get out? Okay, there we go. So I think those are all the trackers. Yeah, those are all the trackers that I highlighted in here. But you guys, again, these trackers are not to like bind you into submission or something. These are just to guide you. They're to show you the activities that are going to build momentum in your business. So use those trackers religiously. Track the people that you talk to. If you need help with a system for that, I can definitely help you there. And then really quick, I wanted to show you Teamsy. I don't know if any of you are using Teamsy, but it's been super helpful for me. It's basically a contact management system, and you can input all of your Coach Online Office. You can run a report of all of your customers and coaches and input those, and then you can also input your Facebook friends, and it walks you through how to do that. But it's really cool because it tells you exactly what you're supposed to do every day. So in your prospects, I add Instagram to this as well. So these are the people that I need to reach out to today. I try to reach out to 20 prospects a day. And then I try to reach out to 5 customers and 3 coaches. And then you can see today I've done 20 invites. So I can look at this and see exactly who I talked to. It's really cool because, like, if I were to talk to this person, I can log the conversation here if I want to. I can log what kind of a conversation it was. So this one's a Facebook message. I invited to the business opportunity and I want to follow up in 2 weeks. I can log that connect, and then this person is going to show up in my follow-ups in 2 weeks. And as you can see, I'm like months behind on follow-ups because I got really, really, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. I tried to do too much. What one do I use the most? I use Teamsy exclusively now. That's what I use every day. Because, and then I also use this one. Oh man, here, let me go back. I also use this one. If I'm sitting in front of my computer feeling like I don't even know what to do with my life, I pull this one up and I just go through the steps, because we all have those days, right? Or we're just like, what is coaching? How do I even, what? This one really helps me organize my brain. Okay, so tracker. We have 2 more success tips, or actually 3, but it'll go really quick from here. So next, warming your cold market. This one is super quick, but it's one of the things that I wish I would have started doing immediately. And that is just branching out into my cold market, because I can't tell you how many times I've seen coaches experience like this wild success in their first 3 months. They're hitting Success Club 10, they're, recruiting to their team, and then all of a sudden they just fizzle out and disappear because their warm market is gone. Their warm market is saturated. They've talked to everyone. And so, they get into this like icky feeling where they're just chasing all of these people who have said, not right now. And they're reaching out to those same people over and over again. And that feels really icky. So the problem is that if you're not adding new people to your market every single day and then starting to develop relationships with those people, that's what's going to happen. But I think a lot of people overthink this. So what I do every day is I open up the cloth diaper group that I am engaged in, and I post something that I think a lot of people will engage with. Like I post a GIF or a GIF. I don't know how to pronounce that. Post a GIF of your favorite whatever. Who's your celebrity hottie? Whatever. And get them to post a GIF, and then I send all of those people friend requests. And then when they accept my friend request, I start building relationships with those people over the next few days. And it doesn't have to be about fitness. They're going to see your posts. You don't have to initiate that part yet. So, if they are engaging on social media and you're talking to them in private messenger, then your posts are going to come up, and they're going to, that's going to happen organically. So rather, like, a lot of people get scared about this part. Like, I don't know how to talk to a stranger, but just talk to them like they're your best friend. Like, if you're in the right kind of groups, then your people are in there already. You know what I mean? So something that I do on a regular basis was, oh my gosh, girl, I was creeping on your profile and your babies are just so beautiful. How old are they? I have an 18-month-old and I swear he's growing so fast. I can't keep up. Make it stop. whatever. I just talk to them like I would talk to my best friend. Oh my gosh, you have purple hair. That's the coolest thing. Have you always had purple hair? Just talk to them like you would talk to somebody that you love. And, when you're talking to them that way, those people are going to trust you. If you're treating them like a person, they're going to trust you, but if you come across as a robot, they're going to be like, ugh, another person just trying to sell me something, right? And we're not trying to just sell something. We're trying to help them. Like moms, I don't care how much they love their body. Moms, like we gain weight and it's hard and we see our bodies change and we want to fit into our jeans again and we want to feel sexy in front of our husbands naked. Like it's just that happens. Like making babies, that's what happens to your body. And every mom feels that way and we have an answer that can help them. So just keep that in mind. Okay. The next one is feed your soul. Don't forget your own personal health and fitness and your personal development. Those are so key. Like nobody can pour from an empty cup. That's not going to work. And every time I get into a slump with my business, it's either because I've neglected personal development, or I'm not eating well, or I'm not being disciplined with my program, or I'm not plugging in and like staying connected with my success partner. You're not going to want to invite to something that doesn't bring you joy, right? Like if you don't believe in something, then you're not going to want to invite people to it. Your sharing is going to come across as inauthentic. You're not going to be helping people, right? So when you get into those slumps, I want to encourage you, like ask for help. Don't just sit behind and like pretend like everything's okay. I can't even tell you how many times I've reached out to my success partners and been like, I want to quit today. This sucks. And they help me get out of it. And they help to remind me why I started in the first place. And they ask me, are you actually doing your workouts? And I'm like, no. And they kick my butt and make me do it. So I'm currently doing the Jessie Regan like page training. And it's been such a huge blessing because I'm really enjoying listening to that. And so I just press play on that, and then I press play on my workout, and I listen to it while I'm working out, and it doesn't feel like so much of a chore. So like I'm not enjoying my fitness right now at all. Like I kind of hate Masters Hammer and Chisel. But I'm gonna finish. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna finish, and listening to that personal development while I'm doing it, that's helping me. It's helping me to like remember that a lot of people are in my shoes. A lot of people aren't enjoying their fitness right now. And I can connect with those people and show them that like it's not the end of the world. So, but the one thing that I want to just warn you about is in those personal development times, like you're going to have all of these aha moments, right? Like, I don't know if you guys have heard that term, but it's like a really popular term in the Beachbody community. And it drives me crazy because there are so many times when I've had these aha moments and then I've just let it slip by and I didn't take action on it. So turn those aha moments into action moments and actually implement them. So again, not to mention like when you're taking care of yourself, when you're actually following your meal plan and workout plan, you're going to have an amazing before and after picture. When you take action and you actually do it, you're going to have an amazing story to share. And that's going to move people to action and show them that if they stick to the plan, they're going to have results too. And then finally, the last thing that I really want to encourage you guys with is to participate in the community. I can't even tell you guys, I was so lonely before I joined this community. I was so lonely. There was so much going on in my life. I needed friends. Like I had tried so many different things. I had tried all of these different workout programs, all of these different shakes. Nothing was working. And I don't know if you guys can relate to that. Like, I don't know if you joined because of a certain reason, but for me, like I had tried everything and I didn't even realize that the missing element was people, like people to do it with. The reason I had never been successful before is because I never had a supportive community behind me. And so many people join the coaching community and they try to be like this lone wolf coach. They try to do everything on their own. They try to just like figure it out. And there's something like, it's really powerful to humble yourself and ask for help or to like go out and learn something and share it. So I really believe that one of the big reasons that I was successful as a coach is because from the very beginning, I dove in and I participated in the team pages. Like, I really believe that my participation in Nicolette's team page was a huge, huge part of my success, because if people had a question, I would answer it. If somebody had a rank advancement, I would congratulate them. When someone, was feeling discouraged, I would send them a message and give them a little pep talk. And if they had a post that really spoke to me, I'd share it in the team page and be like, hey guys, check out this post. This was awesome. And so I didn't do that because I was like, oh, I have to be successful, so I need to do this. I just did it because I wanted to be a part of the community. But what I realize now is that as I was doing that, people started to see me as a leader. And because they saw me as a leader and treated me as a leader, I started seeing myself as a leader and behaving as a leader. And that's what I want to happen for all of you. I want to see you just encouraging each other and leading each other. And I'm really super impressed to see Lynn and Jane just crushing in their free group. It's amazing. They're collaborating on that, and they're doing it together, and there's so much engagement in there, you guys, and it's so awesome. And it's because they were like, okay, I need to get a success partner, and I need to be a part of the team page, and I have to make sure that I'm going to be on the team calls, and I got to follow the new coach training, so I'm going to do this free group that they told me to do. And they just dove in and did it. And I think that that's really awesome. And so, what I want to encourage you guys to do is that if you don't already have a success partner, go get one. If you are ignoring 90% of the content in the team page, start taking a look at it, start engaging on it. If you see a post that stands out to you, share it in the Freedom Collective so that we can be inspired by it too. And so that you can give a little pat on the tush to the coach who wrote it, right? So that's the last one, to be a part of the team. And I love this proverb that says, if you want to go quickly, go alone, but if you want to go far, go together. And I think that's really, really powerful. So, call to action. I want you guys to think about your marketing calendar for November. Think about it now. Start maybe pick up one of these bad boys at Target and just look at it and decide what you're going to do when. And then decide when you're going to do your right hooks and what you're going to market for that week. So next week, I'm going to be marketing for my challenge group. Okay, so I already know that my jabs are going to be about my challenge group. My right hooks are going to be about my challenge group. So what I want to encourage you guys to do is figure it out and plan it out, and maybe write it down, take a picture, post it on the team page, and then start implementing those jabs and right hooks on your own social media. Okay, does anyone have any questions?